But the nice thing about Al, and I talk about this in my book, I talk about like your circle and, you know, in terms of the premise is, and this isn't anything new, I modified it a little bit, but like you are the average of the 5 people that you interact with the most, right? And that I would say you are in 40K, you are the average player of the 5 people you play the most, right? And I break it up into 3 categories, and these categories apply to, you know, how I've structured my life as well. So it's like, you need mentors, you need your peer group, and then you need mentees, right? So I have like 1 or 2 really close mentors that are about 10 years older than me. You know, they're in their 50s. And then I have a couple guys that are 10 years younger than me that I pour into and mentor, and then like my peer group. So in terms of 40K, like, I don't think the answer is just find the best players and only play the best players in your area. You need a spectrum, right? So for me, Derek is what I would consider like a mentor type player, right? He is way better than me. Sasha, Edelkraut, Mike Butler, Brian Zhu, like these like top East Coast players, they are like my 40K like mentors. Now, what I get out of them in terms of just game experience is, I mean, I already know they're going to win, but like that's the purpose. I will play them specifically, and when I plan out my practice games, like I kind of cycle through these 3 different groups. And so, yes, you need to play people better than you to learn. You're going to get your teeth kicked in, and that's fine. It's also important to have like a good peer group, right? And your peer group, not just in life, but I would say in Warhammer as well, your peer group is really, really important because you guys are on the same path together. You are struggling together. You complain to each other. You don't complain up and you don't complain down. You can complain laterally. And, these are the guys at your level. And those games, it should be about 50-50 win rate. Sometimes you win, sometimes they win, whatever. And then you should have your mentees, right? So these are new players getting into the hobby or just weaker players that you come across. And I think it's really important to have that group as well, because you are, one, you're going to get better by teaching and showing people stuff, not gatekeeping, you know, information, tactics, strategy. You know, you are going to help them. That makes you better. And the goal is with your mentees is to make them better than you, to bring them into your peer group, right? And so, you know, I have, that's how I build my practice group, right? Also, like, look, it is what it is, and it's like this for jiu-jitsu. It's like this for any hobby, any competitive hobby you get into. You need to learn how to win, right? So, like I said, you're typically not going to beat your mentors. The only time I will beat Derek is like he is playing a crazy like idea list that he's never played before. And I have been, and it's against something that I have been like working on like specifically. That's the only time like I will beat him. And I don't necessarily count that, but 99 times out of 100, like I'm losing to those like mentor players, and like that's fine. But like you need to learn how to win, right? And that is also what you get out of helping junior players get good. Now, you're not beating their ass, you know, you're not, you know, being like a douche about it. But you need to learn how to win and win with grace. So Al, he was like a local jiu-jitsu like phenom. He was like the guy. He could have gone professional, you know, but he chose his family and other things like that. But he was one of the guys that was really influential for me getting into jiu-jitsu. And he also wanted to get into competitive shooting. So we kind of did this like role reversal. And like I was mentoring him through, competitive shooting, and he was mentoring me through my jiu-jitsu journey. And it's one of my favorite relationships. We push each other, and yeah, so I think it's important to take stock of, especially when you get older, like who are you interacting with? And a lot of the times, like your friends group is usually just going to be by proximity, right? So it's the people you live nearby, or it's the people you work with, or your closest gaming store. But I think as you get older, like you need to really evaluate like who you are investing your time in. Because dude, I tell you what, my eldest son turned 18 last month, and dude, you talk about time flying. My middle son's 15, my youngest son is 9, and it's just like, dude, time just goes by so fast. So I try to be a lot more purposeful with who I'm spending my time with, what am I doing, and just trying to maximize those interactions. So yeah, that's my spiel based off of that random phone call. 3